Hey, what's going on? Zach Statler. Class A airspace starts from flight level 180 all the way up to flight level 600. Must be on an IFR flight plan to fly anywhere in that airspace. And also, you must have two-way radio communication between the ATC and the pilot. And also need to have a altitude encoding transponder. I see from the picture right here, it's like a whole blanket all around the airspace, 1800 all the way up.
Alright, so next up we have Class B airspace. This class of airspace surrounds the busiest airports in the United States. You must have a private pilot's license to enter or a student pilot endorsement. You need to be cleared into the airspace by approach before you can come in. They must say your full tail number and that you're cleared to enter. You need a Mode C transponder within 30 nautical miles of the airspace. You need two-way communications at all times. And the cloud requirements is 3 miles visibility and clear of clouds, and it goes from the surface to 10,000 feet.
Alright, so Class C airspace, you must have two-way radio communications between the controller and the pilot. Generally, it is the surface to 4,000 feet, and the inner circle of airspace is 5 miles in diameter. And then the outer upper circle is 10 miles. For entry under VFR, you must say your tail number, make radar contact. And under IFR, you'll need a clearance to enter. And the cloud clearance is 3 miles, 500 below, 1,000 above, and 2,000 to the side. And those are all in feet.
Alright, next up is Class D airspace. This one goes from the surface to 2,500 feet above the airport elevation. This one, you must have two-way radio communications. You do not need a Mode C transponder in Class D airspace. The visibility is 3 or greater miles, and cloud requirements 500 below, 1,000 above, and 2,000 horizontally.
Alright, so Class E airspace has a above and below minimum requirement. So below 10,000 feet, it's 3 miles, 500 feet below, 500 feet above, and 2,000 feet to the side or horizontal. Above 10,000 feet is 5 miles with 1,000 feet below, 1,000 feet above, and 1 mile of to the side or horizontal separation. And only in IFR do you need to have two-way radio communications between ATC and the pilots. And also Class E is defined as everywhere airspace. So in this picture, kind of everywhere in this kind of box, and starts at 1,200 feet AGL.
Alright, last up is Class G airspace, which is the most confusing one. You do not need any radio communications or transponder. The requirements for below 10,000 during the day are 1 mile visibility, 500 feet below, 1,000 feet above, and 2,000 to the side. Below 10,000 at night is 3 miles visibility, 500 below, 1,000 above, and 2,000 to the side. And then for above 10,000 is 5 miles visibility, 1,000 below, 1,000 above, and 1 mile to the side.
Alright, so now we got special use airspace. First one being prohibited airspace. This is when aircraft are not allowed to enter a certain area. Examples of this are the White House, the Pentagon, places that they don't want you flying over. Next one is being restricted airspace, which you are allowed to enter only if you have permission from the controlling agency. And then the next one is warning area. This is 3 nautical miles off the coast that could be hazardous to non-participating aircraft. In the picture over here, we got 11 things of special use airspace. You got prohibited, restricted military. This is just all the airspace you should know about. That is all special use.
Alright, lastly we have the rest of the special use airspace. So we have military operations area, or MOAs. This is for military training. You can enter it, but you have to have permission. Next up is alert areas. These can be entered. They're just put out for high volume traffic, such as a flight school. And then we have controlled firing areas where military is shooting. You can fly through this at your own risk.